Hey everybody, it's TR and welcome to the inaugural edition of From the Cockpit. This is going to be a regular feature on my YouTube channel here where as I depart a particular location, I'm going to be sharing some parting thoughts with you. Kind of do a little bit of a review of the week, if you will, and just generally kind of vlogging, blogging, whatever you want to call it, as I roll down the road here a little bit. I want to mention that right now I'm just sitting static getting ready for departure. So I've done my safety checks, everything's hooked up, checked up, and ready to roll. Just was waiting for the airbags to fill, and I just heard the air accumulator tank release there, so that means that we're ready to roll. All's looking good, so we're going to get ready and leave here. First thing is I got to get rid of this wallet, because it tends to want to beat my butt as I roll down the road. So just getting ready to leave the Heyspur fish hatchery. I did do some video recording here, so I'll be looking for a campground tour Tuesday on that real soon. But this place is known for being a free campground, although there is donations suggested, and I did make a donation because I do like staying here. It was pretty crowded when I got here Saturday, and I rolled in pretty late Saturday, so I was lucky to get a spot. Well, not really, because there really is quite a bit of space here, which you'll be able to check out on the campground tour to come. But it's a great little spot right off of US 20. Lots of water here. Loving Creek, Silver Creek, which is a world-renowned fishing stream, is near here, and that's what brings a lot of people here, is mostly fishing. It looks to me like there's a few people that might stay here for quite a while. Oh, look at that. I spoke to some fellows from Utah this morning and was telling them about my fishing experience over on Loving Creek yesterday, where I caught 23 fish in a single day. It was funny because I tried to get some of it on video, and every time I'd set up the camera and get everything ready to roll, I didn't catch a damn thing. But I do think I got a little bit of footage on some fish rolling, and almost catching them. I guess that's a fish story, right? For another day and another time. So today we're headed for another one of my favorite places, and that's up the Island Park area. Love that area up there. Puts you really close to Yellowstone National Park. And so I'm going to be doing a lot of fishing and just exploring up there. I guess that's enough of my rambling for just a moment. I've got more thoughts about this place as we leave, but I'm going to flip around and let you kind of watch us depart. A little bit of a tight corner here. So we're here at the exit of the Heyspur fish hatchery, and I usually like to stop before I get on the road and do another quick safety check, just to make sure everything's in good shape. So let's go do that real quick. Make sure the brake's off, it's out of gear, steering wheel's turning freely. All right, everything checked out, so we're ready to roll down the road here. So the Heyspur Fish Hatchery is a great place to stop and pick up some local fishing. The Silver Creek Preserve, which is owned and operated by the Nature Conservancy, is here on our right. And it's very popular with fishermen. World-renowned fishing available there. And in fact, this whole area down in here, there's some great fishing. The Big Wood River is just behind me, maybe 6 miles to the west. We're actually headed east this morning towards Idaho Falls. Actually, we're going to turn off and take Idaho 33 towards Rexburg. Yeah, that's it. And then from Rexburg, we'll pick up US 20 and head north again towards the Island Park area. Had a great time fishing here, although Sunday and Monday were just brutal. It blew hard enough that it blew a couple trees down, large Russian olive trees that I noticed. It's haying season right now. There's a lot of hay grown in this area because the short growing season in this particular part of Idaho. We're at about 4,500 feet in altitude right now. And so, you know, it's pretty much, you grow hay. There are some seed potatoes that they grow up here, and then there's a little bit of grain that they grow. I think a lot of people tend to try to fish Silver Creek mostly, and I think they make a big mistake. Now, Silver Creek is world-renowned. You can catch some nice fish in there. It's extremely hard fishing because you're working with super teeny tiny flies. We're talking like 20, 22 flies. And if you don't know fly fishing, a 20 fly is like itty bitty. I mean, it's teeny tiny. And in fact, I'm going to have to get some magnifiers because I couldn't even see to tie a number 20 fly on my line. I guess your eyes change as you get old, but that's all good. And then you're working with like 6X tippet, which is like human hair size, maybe just a little bit bigger than that, but it's pretty small. So the fishing is really challenging. I did okay over on Silver Creek. It's kind of willowy, and if you don't have a float tube, you're kind of, you know, a little challenged in some spots. And I blew out my waders on Sunday, I guess it was. Yeah, I ripped my waders. They were old and they were getting a little dry rotted, and they leaked a little bit. So I'll be picking up some new waders here. We're coming up on Peekaboo. I think I'll flip you around here real quick so you can see Peekaboo. Although we are into the sun, so the video quality is going to be pretty crappy. There is an RV park there on the right side, and I have not stayed there. It's only been there a couple years. It looks pretty nice. Looks like they have pretty much full hookups. You got your basic services here. You got an Ace hardware store, and then here on the left is Silver Creek store. Peekaboo fly fishing is in there as well. And then you've got an airplane, you've got a fairly popular airport here on the left that a lot of the general aviation people like to use. It's a grass field, but there's some people that love to fly in here and I guess enjoy the area. As I was saying a little while ago, and I kind of got off track, but we're getting back on track here, do a quick safety check, make sure everything's still behind us, make sure that Subaru's still tailgating me. Anyway, we're getting ready to climb a little mountain here and drop into a place called Hatchery, Idaho. I think, for me personally, I think Silver Creek it's really nice, it's beautiful, it's serene. There's some decent fishing in there. As I was mentioning earlier, it's kind of difficult fishing. But I think people get so locked up on wanting to fish Silver Creek that they completely don't look at the surrounding streams that are in this area, and there's some amazing streams. As I mentioned, the Big Wood River, I fished that most of my life, and it's really good. It might be a little high right now because I think runoff's still going. I think the water's still running pretty high. I'm speaking to, in fact, I spoke to two different, what I would call zealot fishermen, fisher people, because there was a gal. I talked to two different sets of people from Utah, and neither one of them had ever fished Loving Creek, which is right there at the Heyspur fish hatchery, and I just knocked them dead yesterday. I was out riding my bike around getting some video footage for my campground tour for the Heyspur fish hatchery there, and so I stopped to talk to these two fellows from Utah. Asked them how the fishing had been, and they said it had been slow, and You know, they were a little bit, you could tell they were kind of dejected. And I was thinking, you know, that's what happens when you get this single focus in your mind that I'm only fishing Silver Creek, it's the only creek, blah, 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 blah. And I'll be honest with you, just between you and me and the fish post, and I'm going to piss some people off, but Silver Creek's overrated. Yeah, it's a great place to fish, but I've caught more fish in Loving Creek and on the Big Wood River and in some of the other tributaries around here than I ever caught at Silver Creek. And it was the same. I mentioned it to these Utah fellows this morning that seemed a little dejected. I noticed that one of them had driven over and was actually checking out Loving Creek there. And so I bet you anything they're fishing it today. Downshift here a little bit so we can get into climbing range. We got a little mountain climb here. I just love these people that they're like, they gotta be the purest, right? I mean, they are the purest fishermen, you know. They gotta have the best Orbis rods, or the best gear, the best everything. And guess what? It really doesn't improve your fishing or your fishing ability. You know, yesterday I was out in short pants and Tevas. That's what I fished in. Guess we might as well stay in fourth gear because we got to come off this mountain now. Anyway, we're just about to carry here, and I think I've probably rambled on enough for this update. I do appreciate everybody who's watched and subscribed. I do love your comments. I love interacting with the audience. And if you have questions or comments, don't hesitate to leave them, because I do try to get back to comments and questions as soon as possible. There will be times this summer when I'm in the cellular free zone, and so I'll be, you know, a couple days, maybe a week, before I can answer questions. But I will get back to you, and I will try to answer your questions as soon as I possibly can. But it's time to pay attention and drive. So thanks for watching. I appreciate it. Until we get together again. Peace.